The
Thank you, James Odhiambo, for that very detailed report. And that report takes us to our international news. Russian President Vladimir Putin is hosting the second Africa-Russia summit in St. Petersburg with African leaders, where he's engaging in a charm offensive to strengthen Moscow's position in Africa. The summit aims to bolster Russia's geopolitical ambitions in the continent and address critical issues like food security and bilateral partnerships. Jennifer Macau with more on the same.
The much-hyped second Russia-Africa summit that kicked off in Russia capital, St. Petersburg, has seen lower than expected turnout out of African states and government representatives. The meeting comes amid the Russia invasion into Ukraine, significant for the Kremlin. However, this summit has attracted fewer African leaders compared to the 2019 event. Only 17 heads of state of government were present, down from 43 in 2019. The two-day summit is expected to witness the signing of cultural, humanitarian, and technological deals. Participants will also adopt a resolution focused on further developing relations between Africa and Russia. One of the significant topics on the agenda is food security, especially after Russia's recent decision to withdraw from the international grain deal. United Kingdom Permanent Representative Barbara Woodward stated that Russia's sabotage of the Black Sea Initiative was the source of grain price rise by 8%, impacting developing countries most.
Following Russia's sabotage of the Black Sea grain deal last week, the price of grain has risen by 8%, which will impact developing countries the most.
She insisted that African leaders should stand firm and present their rising concerns before Putin and achieve amicable solutions during the meeting.
It would be wonderful if African leaders were really strong in their messaging to President Putin. I think they've been more than provoked.
Russia has promised to give free grain to 5 poorest African countries in dire need of grain and food aid. Russia's President Vladimir Putin, who said that the country is expecting a bumper harvest this year, promised 50 tons of grain to replace Ukrainian grain that was meant to go to Africa.
I want to assure you that our country is able to replace Ukrainian grain both commercially and free of charge. Moreover, this year, again, we expect a record bumper harvest.
African stakeholders see this summit as an opportunity to diversify their economic and political relationships strategically, where they aim to avoid being entangled in proxy wars and instead want to play a role as kingmakers in the global arena. Jennifer Macau, GBS News.